Are we making all this up? Are we just throwing out dates arbitrary?
Maybe.
Should I look and not lie to you guys?
No,
what do
it's
you think?
1840 something. Look, we're not history buffs.
All right.
Just have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
So, Mr. Harvey, at age 17, you went to your mother, and you did not ask her if you could join the Marine Corps. You told her you were going to join the Marine Corps. Tell the audience how that worked out for you that day.
Well, she was hanging up clothes on the clothesline. She had to take in washing to support 7 girls and 2 boys. And when I threw out my chest and demanded that I her to sign those papers right there, she walked down the end of that clothesline and took some of that spare wire that they had and walked back toward her, and she was twisting that into a thing. And she wore that thing out on my behind.
What'd she do with those papers?
The papers I shoved at her, told her to sign them. She took the papers and made confetti out of them and threw them in my face. And then she really wore me out. And then she cried. That's the first time I'd ever seen my mother cry. My mother was a Comanche Indian. And that Indian life showed up on the way she took care of me and 7 sisters. I had 7 sisters, and when I was fighting the Japanese, they were easy.
She wore you out with that piece of clothesline wire, but then she brought a new set of papers to you and she'd signed them. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right.
Share with the audience what it was like when you returned home for about those 30 minutes before heading out to California.
When that train stopped, there was 3 of us. We got off, and I was getting hugged and kisses by girls that wouldn't even look at me before I joined the Marine Corps. And I made the most of it and so forth.
I hear you.
Here, take these. Take those.
The balloons are holding her up. Come on, get it. Come on.
Oh, so close.
Let my day begin with you.
That's all we needed was
You know what we got to do,
Hey,
right?
he's the same,
get all
to
this
be honest.
You know what we got to do?
I'll throw it away.
We're not. You're not giving me lashings.
We're singing.
No,
Hey,
and then I'll throw
no,
it
we're doing it
away.
right. Get over the knee, Sailor.
Ah,
How many in
well,
one
I ain't heard
go?
that in a long time. Last time I heard that, it cost me money.
Hey.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
First off, I would like to thank God for being here today.
That's right. There you
I
go.
would like to thank my wonderful wife and my family for making this special.
Yeah.
And,
Hurry up before I puke.
I know. Right.
That's my acceptance speech.
There we
Yes.
go. All right.
Oh, so you're accepting the age? Is that what you're saying?
I have to. I have no choice, Stacy.
That's right.
Okay, I'm just
Embrace
asking.
it.
What would that mean?
I'm okay to be 38.
Right. So I heard the only way to eat these is one bite. You're down the hatch.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you were Jordan. Right.
Down
Your
the
son.
down
my
the
son.
down the cupcake.
All right, let's give this a whirl.
No, is it gonna? He did it!
Yay!
There it is. Boom.
Whoa.
Sir.
Go.
Happy birthday.
Oh, look at that. Thank you so
Boom.
much, sir. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Appreciate
you,
you
sir.
coming out today, spending the day with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Show us that good hat.
Yeah, show the hat. Look at that. That's nice. Alamo Springs Cafe.
Nice.
Woo, nice trucker hat. I like it.
The other side, back on the dash, kissing back till the morning light. Refuse to keep it down, stay loose, stay a while. Out of my skin, moving fast, coming back from the dead. I'm living, la 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 la. I only got one life, la 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 la. So I'ma do it right.
We have a special guest for you today. This is our very first meetup with insiders.
Yes.
Yep.
So Denise is one of our insiders. She's been hanging out with us over on Patreon, and she's been in Discord, and Discord really has been amazing.
It's pretty awesome. It's a constant conversation.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
It
So
is.
the community is rolling, and everybody's getting to know each other, and it is really awesome.
So this is our first out in the wild encounter
with an insider.
with an actual insider. So we're
Yes.
pretty excited.
Yes.
So she's number one.
No, I haven't.
No, you
No,
are
you're
number
number
one.
one.
Oh, I'm number one.
She
Okay,
said
I
number
thought you said
one,
I'm
the
number one.
first. we don't ever win either. But she is our first insider, and it was so nice to meet up with her. And, we're hanging out. We're getting to know her a little bit better, and we're just having a great time.
That's right. And she actually brought us here to this super cool place, which is kind of like a roadside attraction.
Yes.
So if you're in Fredericksburg, you have to swing down and check it out.
Yeah, it's between Luckenbach and Comfort.
And it's called the Cartoon Saloon.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
So they do have some beer in the fridge here, and it is, what do they call it?
Donation, tips.
Donation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so pick your beer, drop your tip, and go chill outside under the trees.
Yep.
Welcome to Luckenbach, Texas.
Yeah. We have not seen Willie, Waylon, nor the boys.
I don't know why they're not here to greet us.
Well, there are some boys, but we haven't seen the other two.
This is a pretty cool spot. It is a dot on the map for sure, but it has a long history and it is super cool.
Yeah, right behind Stacy, you see the general store / post office / bar.
All in one. It was actually built in, 1849?
48, I think.
48.
Let's go
1848 is when it was actually established as a trading post.
Yeah.
Are we making all this up? Are we just throwing out dates arbitrary?
Maybe.
Should I look and not lie to you guys?
No,
What do
it's
you think?
1840 something. Look, we're not history buffs. We
Well,
read it online.
You all know Phil hates history anyway, but it actually started as a trading post here in Luckenbach between the pioneers and the Comanche Indians. So that's actually how this was established.
Fun fact about the general store is, in order for it to be a general store, it had to sell caskets. Above me is one of 2 caskets they have in the rafters here. And one of them was actually a prop in the Pony Express Rider movie back in the day. And it was gifted to Hondo Crouch, who was the town owner who played a preacher in the movie. Oh yeah, and the other casket is an antique.
Behind me is the post office, which, as you can see by the sign here, okay, you can't see because you can't read it. It actually opened in 1886. And because they were being proper, You can see this little white line here. You couldn't bring alcohol from the bar across this line into the post office because it was an official building. The general store is actually the original trading post that was built in 1849. That is so cool. And check out these hardwood floors. They are old and worn and so cool. Phil's favorite part of this store slash post office slash bar, of course,
Right
is
in
back
here.
there. That's where the brew is found.
Behind Stacy's head is the remnants of an old cotton gin that burnt down in 2002, along with the blacksmith shop, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, think about it. A cotton gin. And it's steam powered. That's what you're looking at is the actual steam engine behind us. That's all that's left. So that's pretty cool.
It is pretty crazy. And, you know, when you look at the nuts and bolts, literally the nuts and bolts of this thing, they're still intact. They look like they would still work or hold and do what it's supposed to do today.
Well, minus the rust and the holes.
They're still tight and they look intact.
They say the population of Luckenbach is 3. But if you come here on the weekend, it is going to explode. You can have upwards of 1,400 people here checking out all of these stages. If you like country music and you like live music, this is the place to be. They have all kind of Texas musicians, bands, you name it, come here every weekend and sometimes throughout the week. So if you're going to be close to here, make sure you look up their schedule. Oh, I forgot to tell you, if you really want to come here for a party, Willie Nelson throws a 4th of July bash every year, well, unless COVID's going on, and they have upwards of 80,000 people for that party. So if you want to hang out, have a good time, apparently that's the day to come. This place is literally a speck on the map of Texas. So do you guys search out these kind of places or do you avoid them?
I definitely don't search them out. I go where she tells me to go.
I search them out. This is actually really cool. If you walk around and get the feel of the place, I really love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of history here. You could see, if you go into the bar area.
Hold on, bikers leaving.
At least they're quiet. They're BMWs. They're pretty quiet. But if you go in the back of the bar, there's a lot of old pictures of, you know, popular musicians from, you know, years gone past. Yeah. It's pretty cool to see that and then just know the vibe of the place come this weekend.
And it's kind of funny because, like I said, this is a small town, population 3 at some point, but almost everybody, I should say almost everybody knows about this place because of the song.
Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, Waylon, Willie, and the boys.
But it's actually known worldwide because of that song recorded by Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I thought it was a much bigger town. You know, when they put a town in a song, I'm thinking, man, there's got to be something about it. You know, we got to check it out. But blink and you'll drive right past it.
Well, obviously, if you've heard the song, you realize that Phil does not actually pay attention to words in the song because the whole song is about getting away from it all and going out in the middle of nowhere and getting away from the rat race. So
true, she's got me there. But I've got another fun fact. Waylon Jennings hadn't been here when he recorded the song. In fact, it was 20 years after the song went out that he actually showed up here to check the place out.
That's true. The song was actually written by 2 other folks, not by Willie or Waylon. I'm putting them together.
Yeah.
So he came here for a 4th of July celebration with Willie Nelson. That was the first time that he ever stood foot here.
20 years after the song was released. That's amazing.
So if you decide to head to Fredericksburg, Texas, there is a lot to do there. It's a beautiful place. This is only 13 miles down the road, so make sure you come down, pop in. If you come in the evening, you can get a really cool concert.
Yeah, I would say if you're in Fredericksburg, you have to come swing out this way. But if you're just driving through, I don't know that I would make it a destination off the beaten path. Unless you kind of like old history and the music and all of that goes with it, then it might be your spot. Or her spot.
We gotta be